It happened on May 7th, 2013, and I want to let you know up front, it had nothing to do with an injury, it had nothing to do with pain, it had nothing to do with an inability to run. It was a decision that I made to stop running and start walking for exercise. By the way, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a licensed personal trainer. If you're new to this channel, my name is Dave. I have a podcast, a daily 10-minute walking podcast called Walking is Fitness. It's a podcast designed to help you create a fitness habit using walking that sticks. Because creating that fitness habit, that exercise habit, that's super hard. And Walking is Fitness can help you create the habit and keep on going. So before I get to what happened on May 7th, 2013, I need to give you just a little bit of my running history. When I was 47 years old, I was gaining weight. I wasn't feeling great, decided that I needed to take exercise seriously, and without really thinking a whole lot about it, decided to become a runner. And so that first day after making that decision to run for exercise, I ran from one mailbox, our mailbox, to the mailbox next door. That was it. Kicked my butt. I was done, went home. Next day, added a second mailbox. And I kept adding mailboxes until about 2 or 3 weeks later, I was running a full mile. That was huge. For 5 years, running was my preferred form of exercise. Ran in a bunch of events, ran in 5Ks, 10Ks, half marathons, and one accidental marathon. That happened about 2 years after I started. I thought I had signed up for a half marathon. The night before, went to pick up the race packet, learned that I had accidentally signed up for the full marathon, and because the half marathon was sold out, I couldn't downgrade. And it was all about the medals, running the race and getting the medal at the end. And I was like, I signed up for this, or signed up for something, and thought I was going to get a medal the next day, and had a decision to make. Can I actually run a marathon that I hadn't trained for? And I took about 30 minutes to think through. I had two goals. One, I didn't want to die, seriously. And two, because this was my first marathon, I wanted a time that I could be proud of. I wanted the first number to be 4 hours and something. So could I run a marathon that I hadn't trained for, that I had never run before, never run a marathon? Could I do that, not die, and still finish with a respectable time? Decided, I'll give it a shot. And the next day ran the full marathon and finished at 4 hours and 56 minutes. And as you can tell, I didn't die. So I was a runner for 5 years. In 2013, January 2nd, 2013, I got my first Fitbit. And like everyone else, decided, okay, my goal is going to be 10,000 steps. And before I even put it on, I was thinking, I am going to crush this. I'm going to ace this because I'm a runner. And that first day, I wore the Fitbit, went for my run, finished, and expected to be well past 10,000 steps. Nope. I mean, I ran 3 miles, and I was far short of 10,000 steps. So I added a walk to get to 10,000 steps, and that became my pattern. I would run 2 or 3 miles and then walk a mile or so, and then throughout the rest of the day would reach the 10,000 steps. On May 7th, 2013, as I was getting out of my car, I did most of my runs at a park about a mile from where we lived. I was getting out of my car and walking towards the running trail that I was going to do my run, and realized that, you know, I enjoy the walk a whole lot more than I enjoy the run. In fact, the walk was my reward for running 3 miles. And I thought, this is silly. Why am I running if I enjoy walking so much more? And so in that moment, it was 2:30 in the afternoon, May 7th, 2013, I made the decision, I'm not going to be a runner anymore. I'm going to walk for fitness. I'm going to walk as my exercise. And I haven't looked back. I haven't stopped. One of the questions that often gets asked is, so which is better, running or walking? And I've come to determine that that's really the wrong question. Now, you can talk to experts and they'll give you answers on both sides, that walking is low impact and so there's less of a possibility of injury. Running is high intensity, so you get your heart rate up, and they'll build out their case from there. And you can find whatever answer you want as to which is better. But I do think that's the wrong question. I think the better question is, which do you enjoy more? Because ultimately, that's really the goal. To start pursuing fitness, to find an exercise activity that you actually enjoy, that you're going to continue doing. So I've been walking as a fitness activity since 2013. I have averaged 19,000 steps a day since January 2nd, 2013. Now, you don't need 19,000 steps a day. There is no research that will tell you that 19,000 steps a day is the optimal goal. No, you don't even need 10,000 steps a day. That's not a bad goal, but you don't even need that to get incredible health benefits from walking as a fitness activity. But here's what that 19,000 steps a day actually tells me, and I think tells you. That's a fitness activity that I really enjoy, that I love. And because I love it, because I enjoy it, because I look forward to it, I do it every day, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. That's really the better question. Not which is a more effective form of exercise, but which one do you enjoy more? Because that's the one that you're going to stick with. And that's really the goal. If you're curious about walking as a fitness activity and you're thinking, you know what, I'd like to get started, I want to invite you to check out my podcast, Walking is Fitness. There's a new episode every day. It's 10 minutes, and I'm not in a studio going, you should walk. I'm actually out walking as I record each episode. So we're taking a walk together. So how about it? Let's begin walking 10 minutes every day using the podcast Walking is Fitness. And thanks for watching.